welcome to another episode of Once to Watch. My name is Anatori and I'm going to be your host today. Very excited to bring you another entrepreneur today, and I hope you enjoyed the previous episodes and I hope you will enjoy this one as well. One of the Sustainable Development Goals of the UN is to ensure that young people and people everywhere in general get access to decent work and work towards being economically empowered as individuals. And today we have a young person who is making sure that young people everywhere, young people in Uganda, across Africa, have a shot at good, decent employment to make them live better lives. Anatori, welcome to today's episode of Once to Watch. Please introduce yourself, say something to our audience. Yeah.
Hello everyone watching. I'm called Anatori Turinomujuni. I'm a CEO, TWAU Africa Limited.
Okay, welcome Anatori. I really struggled with that second one, so I held back a bit because it's a Turinomujuni.
Yes, please.
Okay, yeah, nice strong name. So CEO of TWAU Africa.
Yes, please.
What is TWAU Africa in full? I'm curious because I'm like, TWAU, is it a short form? Is it a Swahili name? Is it a Chisoro name? Like, what's TWAU Africa?
TWAU, it's an acronym that means the war against unemployment in Africa.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay.
We
started
it in 2017.
2017?
Yes, when I was still at Makere University. As an anti-unemployment campaign.
Okay.
Yes, later on in 2018, 24th April, we registered it as a company, TWAU, which means the war against unemployment in Africa.
So what inspired you to start this war against unemployment?
In Africa, by that time when I was doing research, 83% of young Ugandans were not employed.
Oh, wow.
And 92.2% of Ugandans who are working, young Ugandans who are working, were working in informal sector. And also, there was a challenge, mismatch of skills.
Yes.
Some people entering into, who were entering the job world and the entrepreneurship world, didn't have skills that were needed for them to do what, to start their journey. So we started TWAU Africa as a social enterprise venture.
Okay. What is a social enterprise venture? Because honestly, even me, I hear that, like social enterprise venture, but what exactly is that? How is it different from like a normal business? Yeah.
In a social enterprise venture, all two parties gain. We give them skills, and also, as we give them jobs, but also we also gain by selling what they do.
Oh, okay.
And we get profit in that way.
So it's a win-win.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
Okay. And how has TWAU been doing so far? How many maybe young people have you impacted with this very beautiful cause? And what projects do you have? Like, let our viewers in on that a bit.
At the moment, I've impacted, directly, 100 people.
Wow.
And then indirectly,
you can
it's uncountable. I can't count.
That's true.
Yes,
100 people.
Yes.
Okay. Like, how exactly, what projects do you have, like, lined up?
I deal in textile. That's making suits, making African wear, making dresses, and kaunda.
Kaunda.
At the same time, I sell fabrics.
Oh, okay. So this is where you train the young people, and then they take on the business, and then they start to. How does it work?
What we do, we train younger people and we give them skills, especially in tailoring. And after, these younger people they'll be our market agents.
Okay, okay.
They'll be our brand ambassadors in their districts where
Their
they come
districts.
from.
So you get young people from like all over the country.
Yeah, across,
That's
actually
really
not only
nice.
even Uganda, because sometimes also we refugees, we give also some. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's a very noble thing to do. Okay, so even the refugees, you train them and they come.
And yes, exactly.
Okay, okay. But you know, I feel like Anatori, this war that you chose against unemployment, it's a hard war, eh? It's a hard one because it's been, especially with like youth in Africa, it's been around for our, no, it's actually a global thing. So, in your opinion, do you think it's winnable? How do we, you know, how is it looking?
Yes, it is very, very possible to fight unemployment, but fighting unemployment alone is not easy. That's why we work with the different stakeholders.
So it's a partnership.
Yes, partnership to really see how best we can reduce the level of unemployment in Africa.
Okay. You said you're mostly in textiles, right?
Yes,
and
please.
textiles, and you're partnering a lot with different stakeholders.
Yes, please.
How do you make that balance? Because for people in business, and especially textiles, because you get fabrics from here, then what? How do you make that balance? How do you manage all these different stakeholders?
We have accounting department, accounting and finance department. So we share according to the ratios.
So it sounds like TWAU is very structured. It's a very structured organization,
Yes,
right?
please.
And for people who are in textiles, okay, I know some people who say they're fashion designers or they're seamstresses, and you know they struggle with building like a proper structure. You know, how would you advise? Like, what advice? What tips? Actually, tips do you have for young people out there who are probably in a similar social enterprise like yourself, or just like any other business? You know, what would you tell them to look out for?
For every business to work, there has to be formal. If you want it to work
Step one.
very well. And if it's a formal business, you create department and organizational structure. And it is through those structure where you can be able to delegate and know how to
manage.
yeah, how to manage the business through departmentalization.
Okay. So that means that's a lot of teamwork coming into play.
Yeah, there's a lot of teamwork, yes.
Okay. So how should people manage their business, their teams, from where you're standing, from your experience so far?
We reward, you pay according to performance.
Okay, okay.
So everyone does the work better because they be wanting good money. Yes, and then the other one, we have a strong uniting culture that makes workers keep cooperating and working together.
Okay, okay. What's that like? What's that working culture?
Like
'Cause I'm curious.
we always have the dinner together,
Oh, wow. Okay.
parties together, co-curricular activities together. So we work as
Like a
as a
family,
family.
like- okay, so you,
Yes.
all these different things to keep that glue together, like.
Yes, we work together.
Okay, okay. And being in textile, okay, one of your projects is in textile as TWAU. What is your experience like managing, especially workers, you know? Because in textiles, you have a lot of like people like doing that manual part, sewing, cutting, what? Yeah, how do you manage your workers?
Actually,
specifically?
how I manage that, we have specialization. We have specialized departments.
Okay.
Now, like in a suit, you find there's one person in charge of cutting, then this one, there's one who is in charge of making an arm, then the other one is in charge of making a body. So they are specialized department. Then there's one in charge of taking measurements, like that. So it's a coordination, it's a system actually. A suit can't be made by only one tailor.
person. Okay.
Yeah, it's made by 10 people.
Wow. 10 people.
Even
okay.
the trousers are made separately, not by, yeah.
You employing like over 100 tailors?
Yes, 100.
Tailors, right? 100 tailors.
Yes, please.
So it's not a small. It's growing, right?
Yeah, it's growing.
But how was it like before when you had one tailor? How have you made sure that this growth happens?
One of the things that facilitated the growth, we ensured that the product, we could deliver very good quality product.
Quality.
Yeah, quality was number one. Two, we could deliver at the right time. In fact, a suit takes only 1 day to be out. Yeah.
What?
And if you make an order with us, if it's a dress, it takes also 2 days and 1 day.
What?
So customers kept on trusting us, and the demand increased. So when the demand increased, we kept on increasing on the number of workers. And besides us training, the ones we train, these are our agents. We work with them, actually, they always be our partners. So after training and get enough skills, we send you back where you come from, and then we start cooperating. For example, if you come from Kabale, you can go back. So if you have the clients in Kabale, you can help us in taking measurements.
Ah, okay.
Yes, and that's how we have managed to grow and reach 100 tailors. Wow. But then again, still the demand is still high, so we are going to increase. Maybe we are planning by, that's a 10-year projection plan, to employ more than 2,500 young people.
Oh, wow. We're doing the right trajectory.
Yes, and then it becomes an industry.
So that's like, that's what that's what the future looks like for TWAU.
Exactly.
Okay. Expansion and expansion.
Yes.
Are you planning on having, because this is textiles, are you planning on venturing in, let's say, maybe food, like different sectors?
First, I wanted to grow one sector.
Okay.
And then after growing one sector, later on, that's when I can diverge the income. Yes. Okay. But then at first, I'm still
fashion design first.
Fashion design, yes, first.
Okay. And so even the shirt you're wearing is from TWAU.
Wow, yeah. This is my brand.
It looks really, really good.
Yes.
So what inspires your designs? You said you do kawunda and suits. Women also have, there's also women's wear?
Yes.
Okay. So if I wanted to get this shirt, or like myself a dress, how does that work? Do I go to your social and reach out?
No, you don't need to come, because the world has become a global village, and business has changed. It's not like in 20th century where people used to go and visit a shop themselves. Currently, actually, Uganda is in its technological revolution. It's changing from traditional way, how the business used to operate, to modern online technology.
Yeah. The trends are
changing.
And
one of the characteristics that's happening in Uganda is mobile smartphones. So you don't need to come. Wherever you are, you can just make order, and then you send someone take your measurements. And the fabrics, you can also get them the samples which you feel like you want. Yes.
Okay. I feel like you guys as TWAU, you're very in sync with the trends that are happening, and you also have sort of like figured out how to penetrate the market. It's like it's something you figured out. So to our viewers out there, I know many young people, many young entrepreneurs struggle with marketing. Like, I have this great product. I can make these amazing clothes. I have this great, recipe for cookies or whatever, but I am struggling to penetrate the market. So what are some of those? How can someone navigate the marketing, the marketing area?
Actually, you can see that's one of the most challenging things. Most of young people don't know how to penetrate in the market. Not only young people, most of the people, they just have products, they don't know how to sell.
Yes.
And business is all about selling. But before you start business, there are some few questions which you need to ask yourself. And in most cases, there are normally 5 questions. Yes, number one can be, where am I now? What do you have to start? Then what's your strengths? What opportunities are available? Strengths and weakness. Then you see where you want to be. You just create a vision. After creating a vision, that's when you will put in the marketing strategies. You see your target market. You have to look into your target market. Who are your customers? who are the people to consume your product. Then the other question is, how do I reach them? How do I reach into those customers? Which strategies would I use to reach them? Should it be niche marketing? Should I market using the marketeers, marketing agencies? So you look into the favorable marketing strategy that can favor your what?
Your business. But for you at TWAU, what has worked for you?
Actually, we embraced more of technology. To market. We really use
You don't want
more.
to go door to door.
No, we don't use door to door.
Passing out flyers.
Things changed. The marketing really changed. We use the more of technology. And two, we have got very many, everyone who would wish to work for us can work. For us, we don't, marketing especially, because we pay for the issue of the marketing, it is commission-based pay. We give out 50,000 per client you recommend for us. So most of people find themselves marketing for us, because if they give us clients, we give them money. So that's how I've managed even to reach some clients which we can't reach by ourselves. We have a very, 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 very big network of marketeers.
Okay. Anatori, you strike me as you're very passionate about business and about, fashion and design. Is this something that you've always been passionate about, even like growing up, that's why you were triggered to go in this line of?
Yes, ever since when I was young, that's the time when I was still in senior 4, senior 5 at London College of St. Lawrence. I really liked putting on suits. And yes, I was really, I liked being smart. Yes, but now as I was growing, in senior 6 VAC, I did a little simple trial looking for the jobs in Kampala, but they were not there actually. So I resorted to start business by hiring suits. Like I worked actually, by the time I didn't have money, I was young and I didn't have money. So actually I started as a marketeer for suits. So I used to take to schools that have proms, and then I get money, I share with the business owners. Yes. So from there, I discovered, yes, there was some profit. But again, also I liked putting on suits. So
it's important
I was,
strike
and
that
the
balance.
customers were direct for suits. So what I did, the suits and dresses definitely. So what I did when I joined the market in year 1, I definitely had to start my own because I'd already raised enough money. Yes, from there.
Commission.
Yes, and then when I started mine, I started with one tailor, and I personally also had to learn how to.
So you also have the skill.
Yeah, besides me being a business administrator, besides me being an HR practitioner, I have got the fashion and design skills. Yes.
So that's also important, having the skill.
Yeah, it requires, yes, because if you don't know what is how to do something, then it is not easy for you to sell it. You can't have that art. But then now I had to first master the skill first, and after mastering the skill, then I had to learn how to sell the skill, and then how to absorb other people into the skill.
And how long did it take you to especially that groundwork, that starting is usually hard. How long did it take for TWAU to sort of like hit a certain trajectory, like take off?
At first, the business was not easy. Things were not easy. Actually, we were selling and we were not getting clients. But what I can tell people, they should not give up. Actually, I always have what we call 10,000 hour rule principle. And those are 5 years project. I give it a 5-year project wherever I want to start a project. So in 5 years, you can easily tell whether the business will grow or whether it will not grow. So it took for me 5 years.
5 years?
Yes, 5 years. And those are 10,000 hours. When you're working fully.
Working fully.
Yes,
Then how
and
did
not
you
giving
survive?
up.
Like, how did you eat?
I had
That's a question for people.
yeah, surviving is always a problem. But then there are things that are direct. Like me, I was supplying schools by the Matoki. Like as a side hustle. Besides is growing my passion, my dream of TWAU Africa. I was supplying Irish potato in the hotels and then schools. So the schools could give me at least every Wednesday supply, and I could get a profit of like 200 per supply. So and I used that money to put it in the other venture.
Okay. So if you can have you're growing your business, but it's also okay to have like maybe something on the side that's going to bring that direct
yeah, they
income.
can be giving money, renting, because remember, they were you need rent, you need to live day to day living. So when you have that, there are things that are easy to sell. Like now, when we were also having restaurant. Yes, and the restaurant could give us also money. Day-to-day money, small money, 20,000, 30,000, survive on.
As long as you survive. The goal is to survive while pushing the dream. Okay, that's a nice one. And from what you were sharing, you say that from this side, you'd get some money and you'd plow it into the business.
Yes.
But you also say that your business is a social enterprise. So usually such businesses can get donors and donors to support their business. Is this the same thing with TWAU? Have you got any funding from donors? How is it working? How is your funding?
No, Ms. Priska, to tell you the truth, I've not yet got any donor. And I did not look into it. Because sometimes when you start something expecting help, in most cases, once you don't get the help, you be disappointed. And then you give up. So I never had a plan B. I started it knowing that I'm the sole contributor of everything. So instead I used the more much brain I used to make sure that the business has to grow.
Works.
Yeah, that was it. Actually, our slogan was either you do or you die. That was the slogan. So I gave it my best.
Like 200%.
Because yes, I've never looked for even a job.
Okay.
I've never applied.
So you would recommend this? Would you recommend this strategy to other entrepreneurs?
Yes, because every good thing takes time. That's what I can tell entrepreneurs.
Patience.
Once, because sometimes 10 years projection. So once you start something, it is not good to give up. You just must be patient, sacrifice, and you must be able to endure a lot of failures on your own.
Endure a lot of failures to be expected. And speaking of failures, what are some of those challenges that you have experienced with TWAU that maybe pushed you to like that point where you're like, oh my God, did I make the right decision? Like, what are some of them?
Actually, one of the challenges I have were workers.
Workers?
Labor immobility. They used to run away.
After you trained?
Yes. And because I was not structured very well, so I kept on now. That's how I learned teamwork. Yes. Then number 2, the other challenge which I used to face was the suppliers.
Suppliers.
Yes, please. Suppliers supplying fake quality fabric. Yes.
And that's a real bummer for the customer. I get something custom made, because custom made obviously costs a little bit more than retail, and then the next day my whatever I bought has rice, like you get and you're like, come on.
Yes. Then the other one, what I was facing definitely also is corruption as usual. Yes, but then I had to address all those challenges by making sure that I introduce strong system and a culture that makes workers feel like they are part of the family, they are part of TWAU. And I kept on communicating our vision, our mission, our objective, our goal to them. So now we work together.
Awesome. What's your vision?
To be the biggest fashion brand of Africa.
That's nice.
Yes. No, the tax.
How has it been? How has your relationship been with URA?
Okay, we are okay.
Well, okay.
Because they have presumptive tax for the beginners.
Yeah.
So we really pay small money that is friendly.
Okay.
Yeah. So me and URA, we are in good terms.
We're on good terms. That's good to know, because that's the whole point of the show, is to encourage other entrepreneurs to know that you can meet your tax obligations and be compliant, and also watch your business grow. And so, yeah. But how have you ensured? Because it's you file your presumptive and all that, but how do you ensure that you meet these obligations? You mentioned that you have an accountant. You have an accounting department.
Yes.
What tips do you have for our taxpayers out there?
URA, what it taxes on the profit.
Yes.
It doesn't tax the business is not making profit. So you give Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and the remaining what belongs to you. Because one of the objectives of the business is to pay taxes.
So it's something you plan for, even
you have to plan for when you are right away importing the fabric, when you are making, when you are selling, that tax has to be.
Yeah, always at the back of your mind.
Yes, and you can charge it directly also on a client. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Anatori. Those are great tips. Before we go, this is something I'm curious about, and I think this will be like our last one. How are you ensuring that women and people with disabilities are also catered for in this war against unemployment?
We give women also works, because we don't work with only boys. More especially if it comes to the work of the ladies' attires, gowns, dresses, the measurements, like measuring ladies. We send ladies in that field. So they are part of the TWAU Africa.
TWAU Africa.
Yes. And also now the disabilities for them, we train them skills. And then after giving them skills, they go and
they can be more independent and what. Anatori, thank you so much for being on this very noble cause, because the fight against unemployment is real, and we as URA, as the taxman, we are proud to even be a part of your journey, in this fight against unemployment. We look forward to what TWAU is to bring in the future, what the future looks like. You told us you're getting bigger. That means more taxes for us.
Yes.
And before we wrap up, just share your closing remarks, or just a word of advice, or anything to our viewers. And
okay, people who are out there, I can tell you, fighting unemployment is very possible, but then it needs you to work, cooperate, and have what it takes, which is skills. But most of people always say that lack of money is why they don't start.
Yes, that's a very common misconception.
Without money, you can start business, because business is an art and science, not the money. Because you can have a lot of money and you don't know how to sell. So younger people out there, just know it is very possible. Wherever you are, you can start a business.
Okay.
And if you don't know how to, you can
reach out for mentorship or things like that to support.
Yes.
Okay. And you are the CEO of TWAU, the founder of TWAU.
Yes, please.
So you're in a position of leadership, right?
Yes.
Just in 3 words, give us 3 tips that other leaders, other managers, other administrators can keep in mind while managing their businesses, like that winning formula.
Okay. One, you should be a good planner.
Okay.
And 2, you should be able to communicate the vision to your employees. Then 3, you should recruit right people. Because if you attract best talent
you get best
at
quality.
your work, then the work have to move on very well. And if you recruit badly, the business will collapse.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Anatori. And thank you so much to the viewers of Wants to Watch. Thank you for coming on the show. We look forward to interacting with you every other day. And I hope you picked up a thing or two from our interaction with Anatori. For me, it's the quality is king. Quality will keep your clients. Quality will build you the brand that you hope for and you wish for. From all of us at wants to watch. Thank you and bye-bye.
Uganda Revenue Authority, developing Uganda together.